And now the girls' Aloud interview. They're all here in the studio this morning. Don't look so worried. I would have thought the worst is over for you, Cheryl, now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And presumably you're here today because it's all for one and one for all. You all feel you're in this together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. How has Cheryl been coping with this? Before I ask her, you can tell me.
It's just been really hard for her. It's just because it's gone on for so long, since the start of the year. So it's like she's coped with it really well under the circumstances, because we have been working so hard, but she got emotional a lot of the time, but we all just tried to be there for her and help her through it just as best as we can.
And how important was that for you, Cheryl?
I mean, without the support of the girls, I don't think I would have got through it as well as I did, to be honest.
Did you think about quitting?
I thought about the other girls and what it would do to their chances for the future of the band, but I was never allowed to even think about quitting.
There's no way she was.
Did you think she was going to walk out? That was going to be.
We never even considered it, but there's no way that we would have even entertained the idea.
You even thought of jail, didn't you? I mean, you had to consider the prospect that you might end up in jail.
Because of the charges that was brought against us, I had to consider that and think about the possibility that I could actually go to jail.
Well, indeed, you did spend one night, as I understand it, in the cells.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was awful. It was a bit surreal, to be honest. It was like something out of a movie scene. It just didn't seem real. That I was in that little cell with a little wooden bench and a little sponge mattress.
Yeah.
You seem very humbled by it. You came in here this morning to sit down on the sofa, and you were like a sort of shadow of yourself. You're very sort of...
She's not back to herself yet. She has been through a lot.
Yeah. Now the thing is that after that night in the cells, when you were charged, when you were arrested, first of all, you had to appear on TV the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how difficult was that?
You know, like I say, there's 4 other people in this band. I just had to pick myself up and think of those, because I didn't want to let anybody down, and just get on with it the best I could, really. Popstar
was a dream for all of you. Did you feel that you had put that in jeopardy for the rest of the girls?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt, you know, I'm sorry to my mum and to the girls and to the fans. And
So Cheryl, you've been convicted of assault.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you accept that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have this community service, yeah, as part of your sentence. How are you going to serve that? What does that involve?
I've already started my community service, and I do like 6-8 hours a day or whatever. But you know, I'm prepared. That's my punishment, and I'm prepared to do whatever they
come up with. So at the moment, you don't know what that is.
At the moment, I don't know, but I can tell you, it's not like the papers have been saying. I won't be singing in old folks' homes or anything like that.
Yeah, but you will do whatever.
I'll do whatever they give.
Them. The other thing you have to handle, of course, although it was assault that you were convicted of, is that these racist accusations that were made at the time. Are you worried at all that mud sticks?
That was ridiculous for us to have to listen to that being said about Cheryl.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous thing to be said, and it really did. That was the worst thing that hurt Cheryl.
Yeah, and they were describing her as someone we didn't know her.
Exactly. Yeah.
But not even, because like it was a unanimous verdict. You know, the jury in there heard every detail of that night, and they knew. You know, it was unanimous. It wasn't even a question. They just said not guilty. I mean, that was ridiculous. It really was.
Right, okay. So are you happy you can move on from this? I mean, what have the fans been like? I mean, I suppose the test is you've now got to go back out there, you've now got to sell more records and concerts and things.
The fans have been brilliant. The letters that Cheryl's had have been...
I mean, really touching words, you know, things that you can tell they've actually sat down and wrote it from the bottom of their heart, you know, and it's it's special.
The fan mail that we sent to our flat, and most of what we've got at the moment is just off a Cheryl, which is brilliant.
Just packs and packs of stuff.
Yeah. Well, when will this get to a stage, Cheryl, where you feel, if you feel you ever can, leave this behind you? Because I mean, we can see you're very humbled here this morning. You're obviously not proud of what went on, but you know, you'll pay your sentence. You'll do what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean. I'm getting better as it goes on. It's still a bit raw, I think. It's not long since the trial, but I think after that, once I've once it's sunk in a bit and I've done my community service, and I'll just put it all behind and carry on.
You know, this sort of experience, you know, fracas and nightclubs and whatever, often are very much part of the image of bands and people in the pop world and whatever. Is it something in years to come that you shall play on, being bad girls, or?
No. People say it when we first started out, that was what they said our image were, like edgy bad girls, but we're not really, we're not that.
So if I was a bouncer on a nightclub, and the way my career's going, that's quite likely, right? And you come up to me, be afraid, be very afraid.
But you know, image can make you look like someone completely different to what you really are, and it is sad to think that people can judge you just by what they see in the papers or what they, you know. It is really. I
love your hair. You know, I can't take my eyes. It's really nice. Yeah. See, that's what you should do.
No,
something like that.
Yeah, you never say that about mine, do you?
So, when are we going to see you back in action? When are you going to have to be singing and dancing, and we're talking about better things?
We're coming back.
Our fourth single goes out on the 17th of November, so it's really exciting.
Well, girls, I hope it's a nice year ahead for you, a lovely Christmas.
Thank you.
And Cheryl, I hope you can put all this behind you and everything will be
Thanks
repaired.
very much, I appreciate that.
She's got us.
Thank you.
She'll be fine.
Okay.
Is that a relief now? Yeah. And yeah, they are back next week, actually, performing their new single, Jump, which could be Christmas #1, I guess.
That isn't the Pointer Sisters one, is it?
It's a bit previous for that, isn't it? Well, it could be there for 5 days.
Is that the Pointer Sisters one, is it?
Yeah.
See, the first time round, I was jumping and all. Oh,
well, no, but
ladies for that.
this will make you feel old, because these girls weren't born when David Cassidy was in his heyday.
David Cassidy.